What's up, everybody? This is the Act Man here, and recently I did a debate with the YouTuber AndyPants Gaming.
So I just watched AndyPants Gaming get completely bodied and embarrassed by the Act Man, and I'm saying that while being generally on the anti-woke side of gaming and entertainment, for lack of a better term.
Ever hurt? Do the splinters ever hurt from sitting on the fence so much, bud?
Oh, so is this the route you want to go down?
This is the route I want to go down. Let's go.
Are you sure?
Dude, just unload the ammo on me. Dude, I'm ready.
Are you sure about this, man? Because I don't think you're cut out for this.
For example, I do think surgery scars in Dragon Age and what's happening with Assassin's Creed Shadows is ideologically driven and is a very real thing affecting the video game industry, quite obviously. Whether you want to call it woke or not is largely irrelevant, but they are issues worthy of being discussed, which is why AndyPants' behavior is so embarrassing because it's a missed opportunity.
And that when the people find out who you really are, the leopards will eat your face.
I wanted to give some constructive criticism to AndyPants on how to better go about having a conversation and making coherent arguments rather than just attacking people personally because you just made the anti-woke side of things look foolish with your behavior. Trying perpetual gotchas and poorly manipulating the conversation just made you look insanely disingenuous and hypocritical, and then trying to do a copyright strike on top of it all just shows how manipulative you can be. That's not a good look, dude. The Act Man just handled it by engaging in dialogue and allowing comments like a normal person, which is how these online discussions about this topic should be approached.
Thank you for letting me roast you. And dude,
look, man, you did a really bad job of it. I'm gonna be straight up. And
props to you for coming on. And it takes some balls to come on here and let me like interview you and roast you. And respect, dude. I really appreciate it.
Next time, come up with better roasts.
You didn't roast him, dude. Hate to break it to you. You just roasted yourself. So many missed opportunities to have actual discussion on relevant topics and specific points, like Sweet Baby Inc.'s effect on video gaming. Like, really, you went the entire conversation without asking him directly about Kim Belair and Sweet Baby Inc. extorting the video game industry and openly stating that they're doing so.
Put this stuff up to your higher-ups, and if they don't see the value in what you're asking for when you ask for consultants, when you ask for research, go have a coffee with your marketing team and just terrify them with the possibility of what's going to happen if they don't give you what you want.
And you could have asked them, why has Square Enix been removed off of the Sweet Baby Inc. partnership webpage? And do you think Sweet Baby is the reason Sector and Cyrax are now female in Mortal Kombat 1? Relevant questions that could have been asked of Ant-Man to support what you were trying to discuss, yet you just foolishly attacked him and made yourself look bad.
You agree there's been a steep decline in masculinity since then in games?
Steep decline. I mean, there's obviously still instances of games that have masculine protagonists, sure, but you know, I would have to watch your masculinity video in its entirety.
Actman makes the point that woke as a label and term is being overused to the point of crying wolf, which I agree to some degree. It can be hyperbolic and an appeal to the algorithm to find an audience. It's the name of the game on some level, and it is overused in some cases, but at the same time, it can be a very relevant label for things. You can generally predict the Twitter post behavior of the people writing and influencing these woke games. It's a pretty consistent label in that regard, and I would argue that the quote-unquote woke side uses buzzwords and labels themselves to a much higher degree.
People who use the word woke, and you never use the word, even though it completely describes what's going on right now in gay games.
So the thing about the word woke is it harkens back to that old story we all read and were taught when we were growing up, The Boy Who Cried Wolf. These days, it's The Boy Who Cried Woke. There is so much disingenuous criticism using the word woke. The word is so liberally applied to everything because there are so many online grifters who produce daily outrage content that are saying, this thing is woke, you should be angry, you should be upset. Tune in tomorrow for episode 4169 on why Star Wars is woke now and why you should hate it and be mad and angry and upset.
In regards to crying wolf or crying woke with the video game industry, the wolf has shown up, and it's not attacking the anti-woke gamers crying about wokeness. They are fine playing old games or just whatever, just existing. It's attacking Ubisoft and any game Sweet Baby Inc. touches. Concord, Dragon Age, and potentially even the new Ghost of Yotai game. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correct. Ghost of Yotai? A lot of developers and franchises are truly in real trouble with the direction they have headed.
But
gotcha answers? Well, fuck, you got me. Women are super ugly in video games.
No.
How have I not seen the light?
Don't you know anything about Fantasia? It's the world of human fantasy.
There's so much of that going on that The ending of the story of The Boy Who Cried Wolf is that at the end there was a wolf out there, but because there were so many false claims of there being a wolf, the people didn't help him.
So while the Actman entirely won this debate by acting like a chill, normal human, the actual reality is if these companies listen to the anti-wokies, for lack of a better term, maybe these companies wouldn't be at risk of going entirely out of business and their stocks plummeting and even being sold off and broken up. And like the Actman rhetorically stated, not every game is woke, but a lot of them are. If Little Nightmares 3 comes out and there's surgery scars on the characters, then you know it's game over. AndyPants missed so many specific examples like the Delete Yourself Squad treatment of Batman as a symbol of divine perfect masculinity, being disgraced by the not so attractive Harley Quinn, written by Sweet Baby Inc. is a perfect example of everything you're trying to point out. The war on the pop culture symbols of masculinity, Mary Jane being insanely OP on par with Miles and Peter themselves, and not looking anything like the actress used to make her, despite every other actor in the game looking exactly like the actor who played them, and the people who created the game openly stating that this was an ideologically influenced choice. I would like to ask the Actman why Cal Kestis looks exactly like the actor playing him, yet with women, like in Fable or Star Wars, the Jaw Outlaws, there is a facial defeminization that is occurring. It's not merely a desire for big tits and camel toes, as the Actman strawmanned in his argument in the video.
One person on Twitter says, well, wow, look at how ugly they are, and all that shit. It's like, I'm going for substance. I'm not just here somebody to obsess over the graphics of every single video game female character and like analyze how big her boobs are and whether she's got camel toe. Like, I try to cover important shit about video games.
Who truly has the stronger jaw, Thanos or Mary Jane? I do on some level understand Actman not wanting to be political and appeal to a general video gaming audience. Everyone should be free to do so. It's part of the act of mass appeal, and ultimately he is working a job for money, so I get it. But at the same time, it's becoming so overt and having pretty substantial effects on the industry itself. I do see where AndyPants is coming from with the claim that Actman tries to avoid it at times. But I think the free market nature of video games will continue to allow some of this stuff to destroy itself entirely. So at this point, it almost doesn't even really matter. The woke snake is destined to eat its own tail. Anyways, that's my thoughts on the conversation. While Actman did win the discussion or debate, crying woke is not actually a thing. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, comment below. Thank you very much, and bye.
That's what's happened with the word woke. When I hear somebody, so it's what happened to the words racist and sexist a few years ago. People were saying like air conditioning sexist, and you know, all this stupid shit is racist and sexist.
Who are you really?
I am the servant of the power.